Hello everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. That's a German armored combat vehicle from World War II. It's a Sd.Kfz.251/6 Ausf.A, so it's the first version of this vehicle, which is molded in 1/35 scale. We reviewed this half-track vehicle before. You can find review on our YouTube channel and website. And here we have new version of this plastic. As you can see, packaging is quite typical for this kit, and now we have a chance to check it closer. Let me remind you that we are gathering money for the new camera. You can help us too, just press the donate button on our website. It is easy, it is safe, and of course all this money will be used for better photo and video quality. As you can see, here we have quite a simple box art, I would say, so it's a combination of real photo and this 3D image. Here you can see comparison with my hand. It's not that big box, but it's quite thick, as you can see here. And by the way, here on the side we have short history note as well as some information about this kit. So there are 302 plastic parts inside. That's quite impressive for 1/35 scale half-track vehicle. And of course it's a classic white cardboard box inside. We should protect all parts inside from the possible damage. Of course, all frames inside are packed into the same plastic bag, so if you have a chance, it is better to check them closer. And we're gonna start from this nice plastic sprue. So here, as you can see, we have various parts for internal and external detailing. Why I'm saying internal? Because ICM also includes engine parts. Here you can see them, as well as, for example, here you can see steering wheel. Here we have some radio equipment parts, and those elements are really small. Here you can see comparison with my hand, with my actually fingertip, and here you can see that they are really tiny, so be careful while separating them in order not to lose them, because there are no spare parts on the sprues, and if you lose them, then you have to scratch build them or maybe just order a spare sprue. Then here we have two absolutely identical frames. That's why I will show you only one. Why? Because here we have track parts and suspension parts. Actually, those are road wheels and drive sprockets. Here you can see those two. Again, molding quality is really nice. Here you can see rifles which are molded together with those special clamps which were holding it in place, each rifle in place. And then also here we have special armored guards for the visors. Here you can see machine gun, which is molded as a one-piece part on the one attachment point. That's quite impressive, I would say. Let's zoom in so that you can see all those parts closer, and we will check them one by one. So here you can see first corner, then we'll move on this corner. Here you can see road wheels. Here you notice the machine gun, which I mentioned before. And here we have another set of road wheels and drive sprocket parts. Everything is molded nicely, and as you can notice, amount of attachment points is reduced to the possible minimum, and I really appreciate such features so that you won't have to waste your time trying to separate this or that part. Next we have slightly bigger frame. Why? Because here we have hull parts, and as you can see, hull is divided into several layers, let's say. Here you can see the top cover, which is molded without hatches, so maybe you can open those hatches. Here you can see dashboard, and here you can see compartment which will house all seats. Basically it's, let's say, a cockpit floor. Now let's zoom in so that you can see this top cover closer. So as I said before, it's a one-piece part, and as you can see here we have completely different approach. Why? Because this part is placed on different attachment points. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attachment points. So be careful while separating them, but it can be understood because here we have empty space which should be held in place somehow. Then here we have some cockpit parts again. Here you can see the dashboard. Then we have this interior floor, which is already detailed, and of course nobody stops you from adding weathering and some painting, maybe scuffs and rust. And here you can see also some other parts which will be used for external and internal detailing. Again, molding quality is on the same level, so here I don't have any complaints whatsoever. And note that fuel cans should be assembled out of 2 halves. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is more concerned with this special frame which was placed on the top of this vehicle. It was actually an antenna, and as you can see also here we have some radio equipment parts as well as some other external elements. Of course, these thin parts will require due care, and maybe some professionals might even replace them with metal wire, which will be easier to work with and maybe easier to replicate possible damage if they would like to have something different on their vehicle. Then here we have last gray plastic sprue. This one is again dedicated to hull parts. Here you can see one, here's the second, that's actually the belly of the vehicle, let's say. Here we have engine parts, also some suspension parts, and again more of the engine parts. Now let's zoom in so that you can see them closer. Here they are. All those elements will have to be combined together in order to get a detailed engine. I will try to focus now so that you can see these parts closer. Then here we have hull panels. Here we have engine parts. It's quite surprising that out of the box we get such detailed engine, and of course that's an obvious advantage for those who would like to have a better detailing out of the box without resorting to some resin sets which are available on the aftermarket segment of our hobby, let's say. So that's all for plastic sprues. And now we can move on to the clear plastic frame, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Again, molding quality is really nice, as you can see. Of course, masks are not included, so you will have to cut them with your own hands or maybe even use mask hole. It is up to you how you secure these elements and hide them from the painting process. Next bonus is a small decal sheet, which is printed in nice quality. Here we have also some dials for the dashboard, and as far as I can guess, we have several marking options included, what is also nice. Then we have another not that nice bonus. Those are vinyl parts. As you can see, vinyl parts include not only wheels, tires, but also tracks. So we get vinyl tracks. And frankly speaking, I am not, let's say, it's not clear for me why ICM decided to use vinyl parts while they actively use plastic analogs on their other kits. And of course, plastic parts are easier to work, easier to paint, easier to weather, so that's not that easy to understand why manufacturer resorted to vinyl parts. Maybe because of the price, maybe because of the packaging. Here you can see assembly manual. This one is printed in color, of course. Here we have short history note in Russian and English, paints chart, then we have parts map. Note that many parts won't be used. Again, here we have almost whole clear sprue segment not used. We will use only those two lenses. And here we have some thin parts not used. So again, some of those will go into your spare parts. Of course, assembly process starts with main hull, with the bottom section. We gradually build it to the internal floor. We add suspension parts, assemble engine. Then here we add the dashboard, assemble the bonnet, audio compartment. Then here we work with the top hull part, and know that you have to modify it to cut some elements as well as to not to glue those special pieces, so be careful while doing this. Then here we work with internal surfaces of this top panel, and as you can see, there are actually a lot of steps dedicated to this particular part of the vehicle. We assemble the suspension parts, attach the road wheels, Then we also add some external equipment, and here we add the headlamps, and in total you have to perform 111 steps in order to get your vehicle look like this. And then on the last page we have two marking options, so there are only two marking options included into this kit, and it is quite interesting. Why? Because first one features not only version which was used in Poland, but also version which was used later in France. So there are different symbols. Be careful if you would like to copy this particular marking. And here we have also vehicle from 1941. So that's all for this video review. As you can see, we don't have any other bonuses included into this kit. Of course, write your opinion here in the comment section below. And if you like this video and you would like to support us, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.